G'day guys, welcome back to Hearts of Iron. This is part 3 of our German campaign and we're just going to continue going along and try and get another year out of the way, and then we should be getting pretty close to starting the war. Now, we've got the Sudetenland. We're just going to try and get Czechoslovakia before the war. I don't know if we're going to get Yugoslavia in time. I've still got 2 years though. We're just going to crank it up to 4 speed. Because there's probably a few other things I really need to do first. I probably want to do the Ribbentrop Pat and just get that out of the way. And yeah, we'll just see how we go. So apart from that, we're just building our army up. We've got our Panzer divisions. Now, last time I was really curious sort of how many Panzers and stuff they had at the start of the war. So I looked into it. Just going to do some more research. We're probably going to stop now with our mobile warfare doctrines and just focus on our army. I have 100% boost for Panzer IIIs, so we're going to do that. Now, at the start of the war, in 1st of September 1939, the Germans actually did have Panzer IIIs and IVs. They had 100 Panzer IIIs and 200 Panzer IVs. So they only just started into production, really. They had about 1,800 Panzer Is and 1,200 Panzer IIs. So about 3,000 of their really light tanks and probably 250 heavy tanks, which is not a lot. And the really funny thing is, France actually had better tanks at the time, and they had over 5,000 tanks. It's just France didn't really know how to use tanks properly. They were still using tanks as infantry support vehicles and not as their own sort of divisions and stuff. So France had all their tanks just spread out across all their lines. They were all over the place. So when they tried to push back, they were pushing back with handfuls of tanks instead of a massed amount of tanks. So that was pretty interesting. Anyway, yeah, I think it was a B1 tank or whatever it was, which had a really, compared to a Panzer, like 1 and 2, was a much better tank. But that was interesting. And yeah, I've got the Wikipedia thing open on my other screen now. I was just reading off that. So that was cool to watch. Anyway, what are we doing? We're waiting for resources. We've got planes in reserve. And we are just playing the waiting game. So we've got some factories done. This synthetic refinery is going to be done in a second. I'm going to put another one straight away after that. And then we're going to do 3 more civilian factories. And then we'll do some more military factories. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. We won't start building some infrastructure just yet because the lines are going to change very quickly. There's no point really building a lot of infrastructure. The only thing I might do is reinforce our Siegfried line and also add some AA to that. Apart from that, the lines will change pretty quick. But I mean, AA is always a safe bet. Improved machinery is done. It's going to help our production. We're going to do resource extraction because we've got a 50% boost, so we'll just get that out of the way quickly. Give us more resources. Now, looking at our Panzer divisions, we're going to have a quick look and see how many tanks we've sort of got. So in a army, we have 60 per battalion. I'm going to say it's battalion, I think. And that means we've got 240. And we have for the division, which is not a lot. We really need to modify this. I've got a bit of manpower now. I'm up to army experience 41. Just going to check. These guys are still training. Alright, there's no one else in training at the moment. Alright, and we're going to use our panzers to break through Poland really quick. And then we're going to bring them over to the other side. Should we deploy troops early again? Yeah, let's do it. So to deploy these guys early, we're going to add them to the center of the west. Wait a minute. Oh, why is that entire line flashing? That entire line shouldn't be flashing. But there we go. Add them to that. That's another 20 divisions. I'm just going to put another 10 in the south. And then we'll throw 20 in the north. Now we've got a lot of infantry, but they're really under-equipped. So once we've trained everything we need and spread them out, then we're just going to focus on reinforcing as quick as we can. Now we can, what's this? A Germany mission in China. Japan gets... I think we better decide with Japan. And it's going to help our land doctrine research time, so... yeah, just do that. Who cares? Italy announces claim on Yugoslavia. Good for that. And that first Vienna award's done. So let's do fate of Czechoslovakia. World tension at about 20%. I think we'll get away with it. Not sure. One thing I want to try and do too is I'm going to add a new theatre. Yes. Can I edit that? I want to call that Western Front. Oh, wait. We'll do the Eastern Front on the bottom and Western Front on the top. Is that going to work? Yes, that works. Oh. Trying to type around without hitting my microphone. And you can set the reinforcement priority as well, which is cool. I really like that. All right. Now, who's on the Eastern Front? We're going to have the Panzers on the Eastern Front. Should I just give the Panzers their own army groups? No, it's probably not a good idea. So these guys can... How do I move you from this to this? Like that. That was easy. Like that. There we go. Okay, so now we have a Western Front and an Eastern Front. Glory. And research. Well, we could probably start on some army experience, but tank designer sounds like a good one. We'll help out armor research time. So we'll have 110% boost on the research. And speed, reliability, not such a big thing. Armor and heavy attack, or reliability and soft attack. I'm going to do armor and heavy attack. So we went with Porsche's designs. Now, we're actually making more manpower than we're using, which is great. I need 10,000 infantry equipment. And we have another 10 divisions we can already deploy. That was quick. Throw them in the south. Good. And how are we going with everything else? This is all good. How's my training going? Infantry, improved infantry equipment is done. Training is okay. Research, keep focusing on the infantry at the moment. Kind of want to do infantry weapons too. We're a bit ahead of time on that. Yeah, we're still a little bit ahead of time. I need to do MPs at some... I'm just going to do MPs. I need to get it out of the way. And then I didn't delete all these templates last time. The reason I couldn't delete this template is because I'm using that template. This was the one I was going to get rid of. So get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm going to keep the Cav division. I'm going to make that then my MPs. I'm going to try that. Later on we can try using vehicles. Concentrated Industries 2 is done. Good stuff. How far are we ahead of time? 300 days. That's too far ahead of time. Go back to engineering. We can do some research, or we can do some radar stations. How's our Air Force? Okay, it's way too long. 600 days. We can do some doctrines. Oh god, there's so many things to choose from. Wait, what's this? We have a 50% boost. Let's use that. So we can do mobile infantry, or we can do blitzkrieg. We're going to do blitzkrieg, of course. So it helps 20% breakthrough and extra organization. Get that going. Right. Now, how's my... I need 800 units of artillery. That's not good. And I need 13,000 units of infantry equipment. I need about 800 tanks. I think I'm still reinforcing these guys, am I? Yeah, you're still not even fully reinforced. That's bad. Research is done again. That was pretty quick. And let's do... I mean, I don't know how effective radar stations are. Obviously, they're going to improve something. But I don't have an air force. Let's slow it down for a sec because too much is happening. All right, we got Czechoslovakia. Now we're going to just take all of it. And then, I mean, I could boost my research time a lot more, which is better to get it out of the way if you're going to do it. But I kind of need to do some other shit. I need to improve my artillery. I'd like to get to Leopards. I've got a research boost as well, so it's only 400 days, but then again, I probably should use a research boost for Tigers. So we might save that until a bit closer. 1939, need to do all that stuff. Let's do... Oh, we could probably help our units, so let's do infantry stuff. National focus, I am going to do the Ribbentrop Pat, or should I try and do Domain Slovenia in before world tension gets too high? If world tension gets high, it's probably going to refuse it. Worst case, if they say no, it just means that we have a reason to go to war. it's not going to start a war. If we do Dengzia war, if they say no, we start a world war. What? We can become friends with Poland? What the hell? Oh, what do we do? What do we do? Army innovations. I mean, that's probably a very good thing. Research bonus for Panzer 3s. You get an extra 50% research. Wow, we could have... Oh, it also helps with 4s and 5s. Panzer 5 was a Panther as well. That's not a bad one. I need to do this first, though. So let's do that. And then we have some free military factories because of that. How many? I've got 1 extra military factory, which is okay. What do we need? I need artillery. And it looks like we caught up on our infantry equipment, really, somehow. So let's speed that up. I didn't get any armies, but now I need an extra 20 divisions for the south down there to extend that line. Probably got some Air Force units, and I must have got some military equipment because there's no way I got 13,000. Yeah, they must have just had a shitload of stuff in storage, which is great for me because that helps. It means we've caught up on infantry equipment. And now we're just putting it all into storage. Support equipment we need to catch up on. And I need a lot more. Oh my god, I need fighters. I need rubber though. So there's no point in putting factories in because I need the rubber. I've got 3 civilian factories, so let's work on getting more rubber. Let's add another synthetic refinery. And looks like we have about 50 military factories working for us, civilian factories working. I need to change that and probably start doing war economy if I can do it. Let's get some more military factories in the line. Alright, and then when we go to war with Poland, France is going to try and break through the Maginot Line. We're not sure if Belgium and the Netherlands will join the war. If they don't, it means that's just a great buffer zone that France will not go through. So they'll just try and break through the Siegfried Line, Maginot Line sort of things. So we really need to reinforce that a little bit more. And you need more mountain divisions. You only have 5 mountain divisions. You need more because this is all mountainous terrain. So let's get 5 more mountain divisions going. Alright. And how are we going for time? We're at Feb 1939. Put it back up to 4 speed. Alright. Can we deploy some more infantry? We can deploy them. I'm going to be cutting it very close on infantry. This group is in the south. And we'll make them just like a dark purple, I guess. They can hold the south. This is a lot of troops for Poland. But it means we're going to crush them very quickly. Then we can move on to Romania and everyone else. The fact that they went to war with Russia in 1941 means these guys are insane. Pretty much it means in 1940 we need to invade Paris. I'm not actually sure when they invaded France. But pretty much means we're going to have to do that. I think they spent about 6 months conquering Poland. So we've got about a year to conquer Paris, and then we're going to war with Russia, which is a very bad idea. Why you would start a second front, I don't know. We are getting low on manpower as well. I mean, I could probably just... I could leave that territory, except all my ships are sitting in that territory. Just going to send these guys to group up. And... yeah, Hungary, you're going to become an ally. You're a fascist, so you should be fine. Yugoslavia is not a line. And Italy. Do you want to be friends? No, not yet. I'm sure they'll do a research thing that will allow us to become friends. Alright, how's my training going? Are you guys done yet? You are done. Thank God, that took forever. Okay, so that was on the Belgium border, wasn't it? No, that was up in the north. Alright, let's go with... let's train these guys. They're all very new, so... and we'll train these guys as well. So that's 40 at once. Because I've got a surplus of military equipment, we'll train all them. I could just build them and let them train longer, but it works fine this way. Well, it actually doesn't, because this wastes military equipment doing it this way. So maybe I'll just add another... oh shit, I just pushed deploy. Whoops. I'm going to add another 10 infantry training divisions training at once. And you can see I've already got all the infantry equipment. I just need support equipment and artillery. I'll throw these guys down in the south. So that means that's done. I just need another 20. So we're going to hit them with God. I don't know how many troops that is. 20, 40, 60, 80. It's going to be 100 divisions. And how many did we say was in a division? Nearly 9,000 troops. Yeah, like 9,000 troops. So, yeah, that's a lot of troops. All Panzer 3s are done. Good. Now, it's only 100. Oh, no. Sorry. Why did it just... Oh, yeah, you've got special research as well. I never realized this was a thing. So we can make Stug 3s. Oh, wait. Shit's going too fast. Ribbentrop Pat is done. We can make Stug 3s. We can make Guerrillas, which were artillery. And we can make a flak panzer, basically. I didn't know you could build like different units of them. I'm not going to worry about that right now. The Stugs would be good for infantry support, but I think we'll be fine with panzers. When I get to Panzer 4s, I'll do that, because then I can build Jagdpanzers, I can build Hummels and Austrians. What? A HAA2. What the hell was a HAA2? I've never even seen a Tiger chassis AA gun. Didn't even know it was a thing. Anyway, it's 400 days, so that's too far ahead of time. So next we're going to go back and work on... I need to do anti-air and anti-tank, but we're going to work on our artillery. And then our next doctrine is... I mean, we can get an alliance with Russia. I don't want Russia as an ally. It probably is, in the grand scheme of things, it is a great thing to do, and it would help you win really easy. But I don't want to do that. So we're going to do army innovations. Let's try and demand Slovenia. Let's just do that instead. Alright, how close are those panzer divisions? Wow, you really have no equipment, do you? Let's start training you a bit more. I need more tanks. Alright, we're still building military factories slowly. If I get more territory, I get more tanks. I should get some factories out of this when I invade Poland. And we'll do the right thing. We're going to give half of Poland to Russia. Even though I don't want to. We'll do the right thing. Alright, so these both are training. That's good. Having a time. Shit, it's already been 20 minutes. This game is a lot of fun, but it goes so quick. I need to draw my army orders in a minute, but we've got plenty of time still. We're at April 38, so put it back up to 4 speed. I'm going to try and get to September 39. No, 38, and then that means we'll do one more episode after this, and at the end of the episode we'll kick off the war with Poland. Because by then we should be pretty strong. I've got enough infantry equipment still, even though we're training 40 divisions. I need some more support equipment. France bans communism. That's great for France. I need more synthetic factories as well. Can we get... I think I need to be at war to get war economy. No, we don't need to be at war. We could probably do that if I get the political power. Which would give me an extra 5% factories, which is probably about another 5 or 10. I can sit and work it out, but I can't be bothered. Then after that, we're probably going to need to do some extra manpower, and then we can focus on some army military stuff. My army experience is not going up fast enough. And then when we get artillery 2, what we're going to do is build a shitload of artillery equipment too, and then try and throw them into the army in time. Even if we attack Poland without our proper divisions, it's okay. We're actually catching up on light tanks now. We only need 400. And we're not even building a navy because we don't have what we need. I really need to build my air force though. Okay, how many we got? We only have 82 109s. That is so bad. I need to focus on that. So next year and next episode, we're going to focus on our air force a bit because we've nearly got enough troops. I mean, I can just deploy these guys like so, group them up, and then they're going to become, we'll have to make them light, like a light blue. Going to send them around to the north, and then that means our eastern front is now secure. I just need more panzers. As for the western front, I just need another, I think, 10 divisions here to help with the border of Belgium. I'm going to have to throw some on the border of Luxembourg, and I should have another group of... Yeah, I've got mount divisions in training. So I'm going to deploy them. I'm going to then group them up. How do I switch between fronts? I don't know. Group them up. I'm just going to exercise them, and then once they're fully trained, I'm going to throw them in the army. No point exercising the entire army for that, so send them there, and they can keep exercising. In the south here, we need to exercise these guys as well. I'm going to try and see if I can supply these guys. So let's have a look. I think I can do this. We've still got a production surplus of 161 infantry equipment. Great. I'm going to take some... Wait, now we need 7,000. How do we have a production surplus when I still need all this shit? Oh, yeah. So we've got a surplus, but... Oh, that's okay. We'll catch up slowly. Alright, these divisions, let's send them around. Now we're going to have to deploy our navy and use a lot of those fighters to protect them. I could lose my navy. If I do, it shit happens. I need to do... Let's do it. War economy. Yes. And how many did that give us? We now have 59 up there. Military factories. I'm not going to do support weapons 2 just yet. What's this? London surrenders. Oh, we got Slovenia. Nice. Tigers are still way too far ahead of time. My industry, 200. 50% ahead of time. I need the production though, so let's do it. Research that. Armored spearhead is done. Some more research. Okay, no more doctrines at the minute. Let's just focus. I've got my military police is still going. I need motorized at some stage, but it's too far ahead of time. That's still too far ahead of time. I'm not going to research anything that's ahead of time. It's a waste of research. Could do my air doctrines, or encryption and decryptions are pretty important as well, so you can see what you're fighting. As for my next doctrine, I suppose we can try and get Yugoslavia. Let's try it. Free civilian factories, awesome. Let's work on more civilian factories. Where's a good place? We can build 6 there. Do that. Then we'll build another synthetic refinery there, and then some more military factories in Hessian. There we go. So that'll keep that busy for a while. We've now got 61 factories. I could trade some of those factories away. I'm trying not to. Alright, a new front line here. Alright, and I might as well exercise you as well. I think I can do it. These guys are almost trained. They're getting there. There's good stuff. And we'll take some more panzers have been deployed slowly. So let's have a look. Yeah, some have been deployed. I'll just deploy these guys early, so it'll try to keep up. We've now got 9. Some of them are trained, some of them aren't trained. It's a bit average. And now I don't really need any more infantry divisions. So I need another 10 for Belgium. And then I think I'm okay. I'll have some in reserve, of course. But I think we're good after this. So we can probably... I'm going to start stockpiling. So I need to get rid of 10 lines of this, which is kind of annoying. And then we're just going to stockpile a shitload, so that when we change our army group templates, it'll have everything we need. I can actually do that now. So I'll deploy them, then put these guys on low equipment priority. Deploy these guys here. I still need some for Luxembourg. Shit. Oh well, they're still training. So just put them back on normal priority. And once those guys are done, and then we'll start changing our templates. Got 45 army experience. And I'm not sure what's going to happen with Yugoslavia. We might get it, we might not. Either way, once we crush Poland, I know I'm not going to go to war with Russia at the moment. So if we need to bring our divisions down, we can. I doubt they'll join the Allies straight away. And so turn it back up. How are we going for time? July 1938. We're going to keep going until September. I'll just leave it on 4 speed. Here's training. Look at the Western Front. Alright, those guys are trained, so you can stop. You're nearly done. You need time, you need time. Good. It's a lot of infantry. And that's a 70,000 manpower as well. So as soon as I get my next lot of political power, we're going to have to focus on that. We're going to have another 30 factories free in a minute. So let's put another synthetic refinery in. And then we're going to build some more land forts. I'm going to make these level 5s. Now these should build fairly quickly. Make those all level 5s. The border with Luxembourg... I don't know if I need to reinforce that. I don't know what France is going to do. It should be... If I throw 20 divisions on that one spot, it'll be fine. And then we're going to upgrade the AA. Military police are done. So that's 10 AA. We're going to just cover everything, but for now that's enough. Military police are done. Should we do a maintenance company? I don't really know how much a maintenance company will help. Is there anything else I need to do more importantly? I'm going to get this research reinforcement rate. I'm also going to grab a radar station just to sort of see. I might as well give my Air Force the best chance because I don't really have an Air Force. So better give them as much hope as we can. What? Oh, yeah, you're all dying. Why are you dying? Why are we dying? Why are we dying? Oh, because you're exercising. That's the only reason you're dying? Okay, well, back to exercising. Yeah. Okay, we're up to August. I keep thinking September's pretty much at the end of the year. It's really not. It's only another month away. Okay, so we're about to start on our infrastructure in a minute. How are you going training? You're really training pretty damn quick. Check the Western Front armies. Alright, you're trained, so stop exercising. Got about 70,000 manpower left. Right, I've got 10 mountain divisions on the border there. Thing is, we need mountain divisions for Romania, because look at all these mountains. So, I'm going to add another 5. Doesn't matter if you've got surplus troops. If they're just standing around doing nothing, it doesn't matter. Like, you just throw them on your borders. It's not until they start getting attacked or they take attrition that you need to start reinforcing them, so then it becomes a problem. Alright, France and Britain have allied. Now, we are one step away from maybe getting Yugoslavia. World tension's at 21%. We could get this. It's back up to 4 speed. I know we're in September. That's alright. I want to see if I can get Yugoslavia, and then we'll call it an episode. Oh shit, we're up to 30 minutes. Oh, come on. Let these guys train. We might have to call it for the day. I want to keep playing. And we need to start doing Panzer 3s, because I've actually researched them, but I forgot to change my deployment. Thing is, it's probably worth having light tanks in your army as well at the moment. So, we might start a new line for the Panzers. We can have lights and mediums. I mean, what's the benefit to a light tank, really? We'd be better off just to have mediums. In a way, I need to kill all these light tanks. Otherwise, I've produced them all, and I haven't used them, so they're just going to sit in storage. So I suppose I have to use them. And when we get low on light tanks, we'll just start disbanding them from the armies. I need more infantry support equipment as well. Somehow we're keeping up with the motorized divisions. Alright. Back up to 4 speed. Are you trained? You are now trained, so let's throw you on the border. How's that border looking? We have 35 divisions there, and apparently we're not really in a winning situation. They've got us outmanned. So we need more. How many? If we've got 35, that means we've got 25 infantry and 10 mountain. We might have to throw another 10 divisions of infantry there. Even so, it's reinforced, but I still don't want them to break through. If they break through, we're going to be in trouble. So deploy these guys. I'm going to just put them there. Make them an army group and exercise them. Actually, we'll throw these guys on Luxembourg's border. Alright. And they can keep training. And then we'll grab another 10 for there. Probably have to throw another 10 in on the Siegfried line. But we're out of manpower, so we can't really do anything for the minute. End of the Spanish Civil War. The Nationalists won, so we can get them as an ally, but we'll try and keep them just neutral and out of it. And we're actually going to end it here. World tension's now at 40% because of that. Which is not good, but that's alright. We'll see what happens with Yugoslavia. We're going to end it here though, guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching. And by the end of next episode, we should be ready to start the war.